Hi guys, welcome back. Period. Oh well, this is a part 2 of this whole my pregnancy, giving birth story. If you don't understand what's going on, kindly go check out my previous video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, turn on the post notification button. Babe, stop making noise, please now. In this part 2 video, you get to meet Chizaram, Alexis, and Banu. Well, I'm probably sure she already wants you to know that she's here because she's making noise. My love, mama, please now. So guys, part 2. So I stopped at where I was talking about the preparation to have Chizaram 2CS. So as I was saying, I didn't really feel the need to pray or anything like that, but then the day came. So what was funny was on the day of the operation, I was the first person apparently. So we were 2 women that day that were going to have our babies through CS, and why did I open my mouth like that? And so I woke up, all that thing. So there's this thing the night before though, they had to put something in my vagina so that I don't get to, mama, ew. So that I get if I want to urinate, I don't have to, I'll just be urinating in that stuff. I would look for the name and put it up. Chizaram is playing with that tripod, so I had to, so they would chook it inside your vagina to make sure that so that you can just urinate inside of it and all that. So it was quite uncomfortable, I'm not going to lie, because I'm like, I have to open my leg and they'll have to put it. It was a lady shower, so still it doesn't make it less uncomfortable. So they did that a night before, and yeah, on the day of the operation on a Monday, the nurses, very kind nurses, they would walk you through, take you, change you and all that, and then the person that would give the anesthesia would come. Is it anesthesia? Anabia, the anesthesia, the person that would give you oh my god, she would come, and it was a lady, so they would talk to you. I wish I really filmed all this because it would have just been easier, but my pregnancy wasn't easy, so don't worry, the next baby is coming to take over. Not anytime soon though, but okay. So let me not try to deviate though. So it was now time for the operation, and when the person that would give the anesthesia comes, she, after having a conversation with her, it was time. I went to the theater. I'm really seeing everywhere and my heart is beating, let me not lie. But the doctor comes in and I just have this, all of a sudden, I'm just calm when he entered. And I was like, oh, okay. I laid down, and then they were like, oh, I should stay a certain way. I should hold on to a pillow so that they could give me the anesthesia. So after that, I was now lying down, and I started feeling that I could not move my leg anymore. So not that I could move my leg, but I wasn't feeling anything from the waist down. So he now said, oh, I should pray. This was me that woke up not feeling like praying. He just said I should just say short prayer. I was like, okay. I prayed. He was like, oh, amen. And they started immediately, almost immediately. They would put something to kind of cover you now, so you won't see what's going on. So they started. I could feel that they were opening me, doing me like this, so that they would bring out the baby. So I started feeling cold. Funny enough, the lady that gave the anesthesia was young, kind, and she was like, oh, are you cold? I was like, yeah. So she came, she just held me, then put like a hot drip here and here, and then they continued. I could feel them doing like this, to kind of bring out my baby. So they brought it out, and I was still I was just feeling like normal. I just kept on singing in my mind, and then, oh my god, I heard my baby. Hey, this song, Abaza Aka Chineke Mubu. that song came to my mind. And then, there was, at the ending of that Baza song, if you don't know it, sorry, Sha, um, when the woman eventually gave birth, there was this part they said, "Iwuna, why you mad at here?" Like, okay, sorry, hey, Chineke. When she gave birth, I was at the beginning of the song, this part I just sang, they did say it when she lost the child. So, but at the ending of the song, when she eventually had a baby, there was this cry. There was just, and that was where my mind went. Immediately, I heard the cry of my baby, and I started crying immediately. So the nurse comes, okay, see your child. What did you have? Are you seeing her very well? Because we have been hearing stories. So they will show you your baby and all. I was like, yes, yes. I could not like, I was crying. And she was like, okay, okay. My husband was outside, so already. So we were like, okay, he's outside. He went with them to clean the baby and all that. And they'll start stitching you up. You feel this stitching takes time though. You still feel it. So, but like I had previously said, my placenta was crushed by my baby. So it's like they had to now like bring out the small pieces that were there and all that. So I'm just remembering everything that happened, and I'm overwhelmed. So as I was saying, my baby came. I was happy. We had her. They sewed me back. I don't know the pain I was about to go through at that point. So after that, they have people come carry you to like an intensive care or something, so they can watch you for 24 hours to make sure everything is okay. So obviously I did not eat. I was like this. I not move my hand, nothing. I was like this for 24 hours. I did move my hand a little just to kind of like move Chizaram closer to me, because she had a separate bed and all that. And it was not easy, but I just had to. Then you have nurses. Meanwhile, let me even say something. I could see what was going on. So when it was time to be cleaning me, I had 2 males, even now thinking about it, 2 male doctors, operated on me and all that. So it was just, if it was me before, like if it's that maybe I had 2 male doctors operate on me and all that. So, normally when I was pregnant, I'm like, how will men see me and all that? But when I gave birth, when they did the tests and everything, I did not care that I had men seeing me naked, cleaning me, because at that point in time, all I wanted was my baby coming out and me just being okay. That was just it. So, we go to the intensive care and they watch you for 24 hours. Then you have nurses clean you. They were just cleaning me, cleaning my blood. I felt somehow, I wouldn't lie, but it is what it is. Put the maternity pad, all that. So I think it was just my dad that came to, that they allowed in. Okay, and my husband obviously, and my sister-in-law. So they saw me and they left and all that. And the next morning, they will take you to the normal room and all that. And I remember they're like, oh, you can't have your bath because the incision like it's still fresh and all that, so water can't touch it. So I had to just clean my body with towel and water, brush. I still had not eaten. They gave my baby milk because I wasn't producing breast milk at that point in time. And then that day a nurse came in and she was like, oh, I have to breastfeed. It's about to go down. So she literally carried towel and started removing. Okay, while during my antenatal class, they were like, we should be cleaning our nipple and try to be removing the foreskin, like on the mouth of your nipple, so that it will be easy in due time. But me, most time after antenatal class, I just come and sleep because I was tired. I didn't even do that. So now it was time to breastfeed. They had to do that for me, and it was painful. It was so painful. Like imagine someone removing, like coming to your nipple and removing that skin. So she had to do that. It was so painful, and immediately she did that, breast milk started coming out. Like I won't say breast milk, I had to put shoes around there immediately. And when I did that, I was crying. Hey, I don't know how to explain this. It was so painful for me to breastfeed. Like breast milk was coming out, but as Chizaram was sucking, it was hurting me so bad. I injured. I had bruises there, and I still had to breastfeed Chilaram with the bruises. It was. Sorry, I'm looking for Chilaram. She has crawled her way out. So yeah, that was it. And okay, days passed. My mom was in me, obviously, which was just thank God, because can't imagine doing it alone. So yeah, we after a few days, the doctors will come in, they'll give you drugs and everything. Obviously, they remove that stuff I told you they put in the vagina so you can urinate into that. They removed it so I could urinate on my own. And towards the third, I think on the third day, they gave me this Mentos. They were like, "Oh, that was what I would. That is what I should eat first before any other thing." So I had to take like 2 packs. Like, you know how treble was. I mean, some people know treble a hair. You know how treble was a hair like that. So I had to take something like treble, this length too. That was the one first thing they gave me to eat, and then after that, yeah. I'm trying to remember. Sorry that I'm doing too much. So I took pap. Pap was one of the first things I took. Then after that, other food, just small though, something really soft, so that yeah, that was just it. And then we got home. It was nice. While I was in the hospital, yeah, they would give me injections to make me sleep, to help me sleep because of the pain. I couldn't get up, let me not lie. For 2-3 days I was in hospital, I was like this. Once you get up, you feel the pain here. Hi. Like, mommy was like, when she gave birth, after that day she got herself. But me, this was how I was walking. Like, when an old man is walking like this, I was, the pain, Mama. Sorry. So the pain was just unbearable, I will not lie. It's not easy. Even till today, I still feel some pain. Do you understand? I can't move a certain way because my body is still healing from the CS. Anyway, so we got home. I had to be walking small. Do you understand? I couldn't do anything hefty. And then a week, 2 weeks after we were home, I couldn't sleep. I would be awake for a whole day to the next day. I can't sleep for 1 hour or even 30 minutes. I don't know why. I don't know, maybe it was my body just, maybe because of the injection. I couldn't explain. Imagine not sleeping. God, it was draining for me. This is after I had my baby, after we were home. 2 weeks, 3 weeks after we were home. I could not sleep. Nothing. It was exhausting. I would wake up and I'll be crying. I'm crying because I'm not sleeping. I'm crying because I'm having headache. I'm crying because I'm cranky. Imagine not sleeping for this. Almost a week, I did not sleep. If I close my eyes, nothing. And then the time my mommy was like, oh, I should try take a small stout. That, it's even good for breast milk, but I should just take it because I don't drink. Let me not lie. But now, a little bit of wine, it helps. But, then, I did not drink. I'm not a drinker, so because my mommy knew that I don't drink alcohol at all, she was like, oh, small stout will make me tipsy to sleep. So I finished breastfeeding, she slept, I took the small stout. I was drowsy, but yet I did not sleep. I kept on. I was crying. It was just unbearable. Imagine you're not sleeping. What are you doing that you're not sleeping? Mommy was like, oh, what am I thinking? I'm like, I'm not thinking about anything. And then it took me a while to realize that, okay, people used to give me injections to help me sleep with the pain. Maybe because my body got used to. How can my body get used to injection in 3-4 days? Because I was in hospital for at least 3, 4, 5 days. So anytime in those 5 days, my body got used to having injection to sleep. I don't know. So after a while, I had to take sleeping medicine. I will not lie. Mama, yeah, come. It's like you guys are going to meet Alexis earlier than expected. So, because now Mama, she wants to be seen. So, as I was saying, Mama, say hi. So, I'm telling the story of how you came to this world. So, So I wasn't sleeping, yeah, and then after a while I had to take sleeping drugs so that I could sleep because I was getting, it was becoming really annoying to not sleep, and I wasn't even eating. So for a while I did take the sleeping drugs, the sleeping pill, and I was able to sleep. And then just after a while I just started sleeping on my own. So I don't know what happened, but I guess my body just came back. And a month going, 2 months gone, my mom had to leave. Okay, something came up at home. My mom had to leave when Alexis was 2 months. So she stayed like 2 months, and okay, like when Alexis was going to turn 3 months, the week Alexis was going to turn 3 months, my mom had to leave. But the plan was my mom to at least stay 4 months, not the Omugo usual 3 months. So before she left, I had to learn to bathe Alexis and all that. My mom has gone. Ngwanu now, 1 week into my mom going. Ha. Hey. Oyeganga koro. Onyekanga koro. That's what I wanted to say. Like, who will I tell? Because it was mentally exhausting for me. I wasn't ready. It was mentally exhausting. Because usually when my mom was around, I would just breastfeed. Mom would do everything. All I had to do was just breastfeed and sleep, rest. So not having my mom around was really, 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 really exhausting for me. Sometimes I would wake up and I'll just be on my bed like, I'll be with her. We'll just be there. I know before my husband leaves, he'll be like, oh, won't you bathe her? I'll be like, no. When I'm ready, I will bathe her. I think one of the things that just really made things easier for me was that, after my mom left, I felt kind of pressure to do. Mom used to do this, let me do this. Mom used to do that, let me do that. I have to make sure that I bathe her once it's 7 a.m. I have to make sure that I bathe her twice. I have to make, I was just pressuring myself to do, and it was draining me. I will not lie. But at some point, I was like, oh, Mom, she's not ready to. Why not? Alexis isn't leaving the house yet. I can't keep stressing myself. I would just take it one day at a time. Sometimes I would wake up and I'll probably bathe her, like not like late, but like I would bathe her around 11, 12, sometimes 1 p.m. because I did not want to stress myself. Like I wasn't going to just trying to do everything at once that I would stress myself. Thank God my husband would cook before leaving. So okay, I don't have to say, oh, I have to cook. So I would know that, oh, it's just because of Cheese around. Sorry, I'm calling her Alexis and Cheese around. Those are her names. So I think it just the moment I stopped trying to do everything at once or trying to put so much pressure on myself, things became easier for me. I would not lie. I would wake up, and if I don't feel like stressing myself, I will not stress myself. If what I want to do is just bathe Alexis, sit down and watch TV, I will do that. If all I want to do is just eat snacks all day, I will do that. I'm breastfeeding her, and I'll just make sure that I am okay. I'll just make sure that she's okay. She has eaten, she has had her bath. Sometimes I will wake up, Mama, you want to sleep? Sometimes I would just wake up and make sure she has eaten. Once she has eaten, she'll start playing, and I was like, okay. Both of us will watch TV. Like, or if I just feel like taking a walk, I would dress her up, strap her. We would take a walk. Mama, what is it? We will take a walk and just come back. Like that was the moment for me. Honestly, it's still not easy for me because we don't have a help. It's just me, her, and my husband, so we both put efforts to take care of her. But it just took me realizing that I should just take it one day at a time, not put so much pressure on myself trying to be perfect, let me put it that way, or trying to, my baby has to be this way, my baby has to eat this, my baby has to, no, by 7 a.m. she must have had a bath, she's okay, this, what happened? Yeah, like I just stopped doing that. I just started, however my baby's feeling, like we work with each other. Mama, Shebi, we work with each other. Yeah, sorry, my love. What's this thing? We work with each other, let me put it that way. So I just make sure that I listen to her as much as, like how do you listen to a small child? But I do. If she's feeling a certain way, we go with that flow. It's just all this English I'm speaking is the moment I started taking it one day at a time, stop trying to stress a lot of things. my glow came back. Okay. Anyway, guys, I have to attend to Alexis now. Thank you for listening to my story about how I brought this angel into this world. I'm really, really happy to be able to share this. I really, really hoped I would have documented everything, but I couldn't. But I'm happy that I'm able to talk about this, talk about my experience. There's still more I would like to talk about, and as I continue making videos, I just hope I'll be able to share more about my experience, even now that I've had her and she's growing, and talk about other things. And I hope I've said 100 times. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, turn on the post notification. Watch me take care of Alexis with every passing day. Watch me and Alexis grow together. Thank you, guys. Bye. Mama, say bye. Mama, say bye.